Today, I'm going to show you how to get started in commercial real estate investing with 5 steps to buying your first property. In fact, it's the same strategy that I used in 2019 to acquire 4 office buildings here in Nashville. So if you're interested in commercial real estate investing, you're going to love this step-by-step guide. Step 1, choose your niche and become the expert. First, educate yourself on commercial real estate. You need to decide what you want to do and focus on that. There are many shiny objects in commercial real estate, and that's one of the beautiful things about this industry. And while diversifying your portfolio is certainly an important aspect of commercial real estate investing, I recommend that you dial it in and become the expert on one specific type of investing first. Now, the most you'll ever learn about commercial real estate investing is actually during and after you've done a deal. Some parts of the investing process just can't be captured in a book or video. However, you need to have a decent understanding and roadmap for your investment strategy. There are so many ways that you can go about educating yourself on commercial real estate. You can listen to podcasts, read commercial real estate books. I'm actually going to leave you guys a link on my 10 favorite books in the show notes below. You can watch videos on YouTube like this one, have conversations with other investors. Learn from people who have done it already. Join real estate investing groups. And you know what? You might even get a job in commercial real estate. That's what I did. I got my start as an in-house leasing agent for a boutique development firm. In the 4.5 years that I was there, I learned how to build single-family homes, develop townhome projects, manage office, retail, and industrial properties, and how to master plan communities. It would have taken me a lifetime to learn that any other way. And I got paid to do it. Okay, so after you've educated yourself on commercial real estate investing, it's time to choose a property type. And the reason that I recommend you choose the property type after you've educated yourself on commercial real estate is that you don't necessarily know which property type will be right for you before you get started. For example, if you're a single-family residential investor, you've probably heard the next step in commercial real estate investing is buying multifamily apartment complexes. But did you know that storage units, which are a subclass of industrial real estate, pretty much operate the same way as multifamily, but without the headache of dealing with residential tenants? You may find another asset type that is more attractive to you as an investor. So choose a property type. There are 5 primary types of commercial real estate that you can invest in. Number 1, multifamily. That's anything from a single duplex with 2 units to hundreds of units spread across a garden-style apartment complex. Number 2, office space. Office buildings can be as small as a commercially zoned home housing an attorney's office or a skyscraper downtown. Number 3, retail. Retail real estate can be anything from that Starbucks around the corner from your house to a massive regional shopping center. Number 4, industrial real estate. Industrial real estate is made up of warehouses and distribution centers. So think Amazon delivery. Number 5, hospitality. Hospitality real estate are the hotels and motels that serve business and leisure travelers. Short-term rentals are often included here too. So after you've determined which property type is right for you, it's time to decide on an investment strategy. There are many different investment strategies, and just like choosing a property type, it's important to find a strategy that's right for you. Depending on your goals and what piques your interest, you may find yourself land banking. Land banking is where you purchase larger tracts of land that are in the path of development with the hope that they will appreciate in value as the development moves towards you. Development. Commercial real estate development is where you take raw land and you reimagine what can be constructed on that property. Fix and flip. Just like it sounds, fix and flip in commercial real estate investing is the same as it is in residential, where you buy a property, make any necessary repairs and upgrades, and then resell it. Wholesaling. Wholesaling real estate is where you find a good deal, you put the property under contract, and you sell that contract to another real estate investor or owner-occupied. Owner-occupied real estate. Similar to house hacking in residential, owner-occupied commercial real estate investing is where you purchase a piece of real estate where you plan to run your business. BRRRR. The BRRRR strategy. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. And this is one of my favorite investing strategies, and it's the one that I use time and time again. Step number 2, learn how to underwrite commercial real estate investments. You need to know the math inside and out. Get your underwriting tools together. You can either create these yourself or find some templates online. Most investors will use some sort of an Excel spreadsheet where they can type in various items, such as purchase price, estimated rehab, projected rent, and financing. These spreadsheets will then crank out the expected returns for the investor on this deal. You should also have a back of the napkin formula that you can apply to any commercial real estate investment to determine whether or not it's even worth underwriting. Now, I do recommend when you first get started that you underwrite every deal you possibly can. This way, you can actually learn what makes a deal work. This back of napkin formula can be anything from a single metric that works for you and can give you a quick green or red light. For me, I like to look at the asking price per square foot of the investments I make. Having a background as a commercial real estate broker, I have in-depth knowledge of what market rents are per square foot. By utilizing the prices per square foot on the purchase and the rent, I can quickly determine if the deal will make me any money. Another option you have is to take a CCIM course and work for your designation. CCIM, which stands for Certified Commercial Investment Member, is a designation offered by the CCIM Institute. This commercial real estate designation is comparable to a CPA for an accountant and is basically a master course on how to invest in commercial real estate. They teach you how to analyze project financials, research real estate markets, determine user criteria, and make investment decisions. So while this designation won't be important for every single one of you, the CCIM course is pretty in-depth, and you'll walk away knowing just about everything you need to know about investing in commercial real estate. Step number 3, build your A-team. When you're first getting started in commercial real estate, it is crucial that you have a team of experts on your side that have a fiduciary responsibility to you. Building this team will ensure that nearly every aspect of a deal will be investigated, and it never hurts to have another set of eyes review your deals. So the first member of your team is going to be a broker that specializes in your chosen asset type. Get on their mailing list and review every single email that they send. Underwrite and tour those properties that they put in front of you and have conversations with them about those projects. Ask them what they like about the site. What do they feel are the drawbacks? What do they feel is the anticipated capital expenditures that will be necessary to get that project up and running? Brokers want to bring you deals that will be successful so that they can continue selling you properties in the future. After all, if you have one successful commercial real estate project, chances are good you're going to go buy another one. Next, you're going to want to hire a commercial real estate attorney. Hiring an attorney that specializes in commercial real estate is an absolute must in my mind. Not only do commercial real estate attorneys review and negotiate purchase and sale agreements on your behalf, they also check to make sure that the property doesn't have any zoning restrictions, land use issues, environmental issues, and they can also help you negotiate your loan agreements. If the property needs any physical improvements, you'll also want to work with a contractor that specializes in commercial real estate. I'm sure by now you're starting to catch on with the commercial real estate specialty. Everything is different in commercial real estate than it is in residential real estate. They're two very different industries. So you wouldn't call a fire department to stop a bank robbery, right? So the same goes for contractors that specialize in commercial real estate. Your contractor will be able to walk through the properties with you and help you get an idea of what the expenses will be if the property needs any maintenance and repairs. Depending on your relationship with them, you may only be able to walk through while you're under contract and not on every single deal you tour. Then you'll want to find a commercial property management company. Having an outstanding property manager on your side makes all the difference when you're investing in commercial real estate. I highly recommend keeping a property management fee in your underwriting, regardless of whether or not you intend to hire a property management company. You never know what could happen, and if the deal doesn't work with a property management fee, it probably doesn't work at all. Property managers will be able to walk through and assist you during your due diligence just like a contractor would. They can help, along with your broker, point out the pros and cons for tenants and any issues that may arise during your acquisition of the property. Finally, you'll want to build relationships with commercial lenders. Commercial lenders have very specific underwriting criteria as well and can help you determine if a deal makes sense. Chances are good that if you're unable to get approved by multiple commercial lenders, it's probably not a good deal. Treat lenders like they're your partner in the deal and be sure that you put together a solid presentation on the property. Step number 4, underwrite at least one deal every day. Practice, practice, practice. The more you're looking at deals, the better you'll be at realizing what a good opportunity is. Underwriting a deal a day is a good habit to get into because it forces you to review the pros and cons of a property and why you would or wouldn't pursue that as an investment. Michelangelo didn't become an expert painter overnight. He practiced, just like you need to do with your underwriting so you can become an expert at reviewing commercial investment opportunities. Underwriting is probably one of the most important skills that you can have as an investor. In fact, underwriting properties is so important. I know individuals that will charge between $3,000 and $5,000 to underwrite larger commercial real estate deals for you. $35,000. I mean, if you're willing to pay that, send me an email. I'm happy to underwrite your deals for you. Yes, underwriting can be a bear. I totally get it. Underwriting a project can be a very labor-intensive process, especially if you do it correctly. But if the numbers don't work, it doesn't matter how amazing you think the property is or where it's located. It won't be a good investment. You also need to set your investment criteria and stick to it. Having a set investment criteria that works for you is a very important part of underwriting commercial deals. If you want to get an 8% return on your money, don't settle for 7.5%. Every piece of commercial real estate that you buy takes away from the capital that you can invest into a deal that actually does fit your investment criteria. Step number 5, make at least one offer per week. I got this one from my friend Brandon Turner over at Bigger Pockets. If you're not making an offer a week, you're not looking at and underwriting enough properties. Commercial real estate investing is a numbers game, and you may have to look at 100 properties just to find the one that works. However, that one property will be worth it. It doesn't cost you a dime to put together a letter of intent and make an offer on the terms that work for you. You never know what could happen. That seller may be under a time crunch with his loan coming due, or they may have another property that they want to purchase with the proceeds from this sale. If you don't make the offer, you'll never know. So there you have it. The 5 steps to buying your first commercial real estate investment. For a deeper dive into the world of commercial real estate investing, you can find many different resources on my website, tylercobble.com, which will be in the show notes below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel for more content on all things commercial real estate. If you have any questions about investing in commercial real estate, please leave me a comment below and I'll be sure to get back with you.